Hey guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make a really cool mixed media bib necklace using everyday findings and craft supplies. Here's one I've finished for myself using a leather upholstery sample, fabric, some velvet leaves that I got from a lot of vintage millinery supplies. These can be found oftentimes at antique stores or also online. I got mine on eBay. This new one I've been working on also included some findings from old jewelry. You can get big lots of junk jewelry, broken pins, mismatched earrings, all that sort of thing, also at antique stores or online. First, I'm going to take my sample and trace the pattern that I've made. Kind of a boomerang shape that I developed that fits really perfect along the curve of your neck. And I did this just by trial and error. Just cutting out some different paper shapes, holding it up to myself in the mirror, just experimenting. So this is the shape I found that works as my base, but you could really do any shape you want and get really creative with it. This sample I'm using is actually faux leather, so you don't have to use leather if it's not your thing. There's a lot of other options. Next, I'm starting to cut out shapes using the other pattern pieces I've created. I made a bunch of leaf shapes, but you can do any shape you want. I'm cutting out a variety of sizes to collage, and I'm lining up my pattern strategically where I see that the print will create the design I want. Now I'm going to start laying the different components out to plan my design. I gathered a bunch of different choices that match the fabric colors I'm using, and in the end I decided I liked these green leaves the best. What you want to do is try to fill the space that you have and create balance. It's also important to create a focal point. So I usually put my largest cutout in the center here, and then I have an old pin and some more vintage millinery pieces, some flowers and some strawberries that are really cute that I'm thinking about using to create a focal point. You always want to lay out your design before gluing. I know I make a lot of changes throughout the process as I'm working. Once you like your design and are ready to glue, you need a strong adhesive that's going to last and that will work on the leather. I use Weld Bond, but you can also use E6000 or other super glues that are good for multiple different types of materials. Now I've skipped the boring part and I've already glued my main pieces down, and next I'm going to be adding some small gems to bring the sparkle from my focal point I ended up choosing, the pin, into the rest of the design. This is where tweezers come in really handy. And I'm also using one of these little flat back gems to replace the center one of the flowers on this pin that had fallen out. Now to finish it up, I'm going to punch holes using a hammer and nail where I'm going to attach the chain with jump rings. You just want to make sure you have something under your surface while you're working so you don't end up accidentally puncturing your table or something important. You can use a rubber cutting mat, a piece of wood. I'm using this thick board underneath. It's actually the back from one of my watercolor pads. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I have a variety of designs available in my eBay shop if you want to check out more. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe.